What's going on, beautiful people? Y'all already know what it is. It is Why Not Us podcast, man. Y'all already know it's Friday. So y'all know what it is. Freestyle Friday chats with Sheeka. Sheeka,
Yeah.
what's the vibe? How you feeling mentally, man?
Mentally, I'm feeling amazing, amazing. I'm doing well today. It's definitely a good Friday to be alive. We here, so I always look forward to checking in. So everybody, welcome, welcome. Anybody catching the replay, welcome to Freestyle Friday Chats with Sheeka, where we do what we do. We talk about different topics, and I always lead the discussion by connecting with my intuition and spirit and pulling some cards and seeing what the message is for the collective, and then just for us to chop it up and have a chat about different things. So welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your first time. We welcome you. How are you feeling mentally?
Man, I'm good mentally. I am so good. Cause you know why I'm good mentally? Cause I'm focusing on now. Right
Okay.
now. Not
All
about
right.
yesterday, not about the future, just about right now. And
Yeah.
right now, I'm just in pure bliss. Right now, I'm grateful for just having another opportunity to be up here with you. I'm just
Yes.
happy. I'm happy.
Yay. I
Happy,
love it.
happy, happy. So I'm
I love
happy. I'm
it. Okay.
happy. Yeah, for sure.
Happy. I love it. Well, definitely a good mood to be in. Definitely a good vibe to continue on. So I hope that energy continues to spread on through you and everybody you touch today, for
You
sure.
already know, man. You already know. So
All
let the
right.
people
All
know
right.
what's up, Sheik.
All right, y'all. So today I pulled out a couple of my decks, and so I actually got three cards today. And they actually all, as spirit always leads me, they all connect with each other. So the first one, I actually used my human design deck. And the first card that came out, if anybody's familiar with human design or not familiar with human design, it is a collection of different systems that come together and have a chart where you learn about your energetic blueprint. And so the card that I pulled through today was the word is breakthrough. One of the gates is teaching you how to have a breakthrough. So the meaning is expressing and transforming your inner truth into a unique perspective. And another word that comes up under that is insight. And the message is listen to your own inner voice. So how is your breakthrough, or the breakthrough that you are looking forward to having, or even a breakthrough you've maybe already had? Because we always have several breakthroughs. How are you connecting to your inner voice and providing insight on what that looks like? And so the biggest piece with breakthrough, what I will say, is that a lot of us either, like I said, have had them or are looking forward to have them. And the breakthrough allows you to connect with your spirit. So like you mentioned about the power of now, focusing on today, we cannot connect with our inner voice if we so focused on all the past stuff and all the future stuff, because we got so much going on. So in order to sit down and have a breakthrough, you have to be able to connect with yourself and not allow the outside thoughts consume you. Or if they are, you need to be able to tame them down so we can be able to know what a breakthrough feels like. But that's just the initial word, and we'll lead that into a discussion. So I wanted to put that out there. The other word that came up from my deck, what has words, if you can actually see the card, it's an owl on this card, and the word is wisdom. So I wanted to show how beauty, so wisdom, the owl represents, being here for a while, but the wisdom, and you don't have to necessarily be old to experience wisdom, but even with breakthrough, how I feel that connects with that is like, are you able to tap in through your wisdom from the breakthrough you've either had or will be having? And then the last one I actually pulled from my deck with the animal. And to be able to, it's hard to see with this little light, but this one is actually the lion. And the lion says, believe in your own power. So all of those words beautifully connect. So wherever you want to start, whatever resonates with your spirit, I'm gonna let you have that, or where you want to start at today.
So I would like to start with the owl,
The
right?
lion. Oh no, the owl. I'm
I
sorry, the
mean,
owl for wisdom. Mm-hmm.
the owl for wisdom, right? So when you think about wisdom, right, what most people think about is old age, right?
Yep.
But a lot of us have been through things in our life that has given us a lot of wisdom, right?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, when we look at life in the situations that we are in, we're so frustrated, we're so focused on why is this happening to us and A, B, C, and D, but it's actually happening for us.
Right.
Right? So
Mm-hmm.
everything that we go through is actually for us. So when you really shift your mindset into understanding that it's not really happening to us, it's happening for us, because
Mm-hmm.
everything we go through is actually for us to help other people to get through it as well. And so that's how
Mm-hmm.
wisdom comes in, through everything we've been through the pain, through the struggle, through everything. That's how you get wisdom, because life is a teacher. So
Absolutely.
being 38 years old, I have a lot of wisdom and a lot of teachings because of the experiences that I went through in life. So that
Mm-hmm.
hour is very powerful for me because I am of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And the things that I don't like, I still learn from it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
Like different teachers, how people have treated me and different things like that. Like I don't even look at it and try to blame them anymore and try to victimize myself
Mm-hmm.
because I'm the victor,
Yeah.
because I went through this, because I supposed to be through it, because of my soul and everything that I supposed to go through in my life path. So
Mm-hmm.
when I think about the word wisdom, I think about growth. I think
Oh.
about maturity.
Mm-hmm.
Mature. I said maturity with a th. I don't even know why I just stuttered a little bit, but
You all
whatever.
right? You all
You know,
right?
sometimes I be having a speech impediment, but I'm not ashamed of that. It is what it is. Um,
Embrace the shadow. Let's go.
yes. So wisdom is key. Like wisdom is key. Everybody has wisdom. Everybody. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I want to start with is wisdom. So when you think
Yeah.
about wisdom, what do you think about, Sheeka?
The Uh-oh. Oh, okay, I thought we had a little glitch. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we had
don't
a little
even
bit.
but definitely the age, like you said, like people think of normally old age, but yes, you can have really there are people who are 20 years old sitting on wisdom because of the experience that they've been through. That's why I'm big on peer support, like people connecting with people that has been through different things, because you don't have to be in the world a long time to be able to know what wisdom are. Now, of course, if you the older you get, the more experience you have.
Of
But
course.
wisdom is understanding, like being able to understand the person, being able to have, like I said earlier, insight, but leaning into the experiences you have to be able to help somebody. Because sometimes we go through things and people don't even know about it, and it's like, oh, I got you. And sometimes our experiences literally is in our design to be able to help people. We become the master teachers in whatever we've been through to provide that understanding and intelligence, that knowledge, that I get, like I said earlier, that growth. I'm big on growth. You know, that's why that is a key word in my coaching program. It's like we should be able to grow in whatever we're doing. So tapping into that inner wisdom will definitely help other people know what you've been through. So I feel like if you got an understanding of something, then that leaves that awareness to come, because you can't do anything without having self-awareness, right? And so
Yes.
being able to open that awareness will allow you to have that wisdom to be able to tap into for other people and for yourself. We need that. Yes, keep
Yes.
moving forward. That's always
Yes.
the goal.
Yes. And doesn't it feel good to have aha moments and to understand that life is not happening, life is happening for you, and you're not the victim, and you're not playing the blaming game. Like
Ah,
when you really start looking at things through
yeah,
here
yep.
and understanding your soul and understanding that, man, it's all about perception. It's all about perception.
Yes.
And man, it's just so powerful. Like I get so happy at times. Like I just break down and cry sometimes because of where I'm at,
Yeah.
and where I'm going, right? But
Yeah.
the power of now is the power of now. But when I know that I don't know, but I have the faith and understanding that greatness is all around, and not being able to see something but being able to feel something.
Oh
Wow,
yeah.
that's magical in itself, man. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, it's
I love
magical,
it.
and wisdom is key.
Yeah.
And it's good to listen, because I used to not listen like that because
Mm-hmm.
I always had my protective ears on,
Yeah.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not really listening to what people are saying because I'm feeling like people are attacking me,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's because of me being my immature self, me working in my lower self. But now that I'm understanding who I am as soul, my most authentic self, I open up my ears a little wider, and I'm more understanding of people and different things like that. I don't have to always agree with what you're saying. You feel
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
That's
That's
right.
your opinion. Doesn't mean that is a fact. But I will
Mm-hmm.
respect what you're saying. And guess what? And you will respect what I'm saying as well.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. Okay.
Life is an experience. So where
Yeah.
do you want to go? Where do you want to go from wisdom? You pick the next one. What would you like to go
Okay.
dive into?
All right. So definitely, like I said, with wisdom, and another thing I thought about as you was when you were speaking about perception is being able to just sit back and observe. Sometimes we don't sit and listen. So you
Yes.
having the wisdom, how do you gain it? Listening, being
Yes.
able to take other people's perspectives and being able to have an open mind. But listening, observing, taking it in, that's another piece of wisdom too. So I thought about just perception and being able to just sit and listen so you can digest to be able to have the wisdom to grow. But going into that, I would take that into the lion. Like, and so the message, like I said, for the lion was to believe in your own power. And so
Yes.
once you tap into your own power, we talked about the power of now, but what does power look like? And power is not always a negative word. Some people take the word power and operate in it from a negative way. And so if that's something that you struggle with, or know people struggle with that's around you, we are here to teach you to step into your own power and knowing that you are great. You don't need all these other things. I'm big on, like, when I first started my spiritual journey, and I love my tools. These cards, they are tools. Crystals, they are tools. There are many things that we use that are tools. But at the end of the day, we really don't need those things. They are there just to guide us and to uplift us and for us to be able to tap into as far as using our intuition. But when we realize the power of us comes from inside, it comes from that
Mm.
self-love, it comes from that self-respect, it comes from self. It comes from us. And that's one of the things too that I aim to even teach in my own program is that, loving all parts of us is taking our shadow self and our love self and becoming whole. And so if we realize that we have the power to do anything, I was watching something the other day and the person was like, do y'all not realize the word have and choose is so big? And mindfully, my shirt today, you can't really see me. Choose yourself.
I love it.
That goes
Love it.
all into what, as far as believing in your power. So to being able to choose yourself. So stop saying I have to do this and I have to do that. No, you choose to do certain things. So make the choice to have the power to believe in yourself. So that way anything you want to do is possible. I always go back to that affirmation I give my son every morning. I can do anything. That's the last one we say with the most power because I want him to believe that. But that's something that I have to believe as I'm teaching it to him and reminding him to say it. But for all of us to believe that we have the power, we can choose ourselves. So leaning on over there to you. What you got?
So when I think about power of ourself, like having power within, it's just being able to do something that you thought you could never do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Believe in yourself. Like, because believing in yourself is the hardest thing to do. Loving yourself is the hardest thing to do. The hardest thing I
mm,
had ever had to do was love myself.
mm.
Was look at the reflection in the mirror and hold myself accountable, right?
Yeah.
So the power that I have now, I have the power of just sitting still, sitting with my thoughts, understanding whatever I want to do. It starts with me and a thought, right?
Mm-hmm.
My
Mm-hmm.
ideas are valid. My vision is valid. My dream is valid. Why would I cheat myself? Why would I continue self-sabotaging myself saying I can't when I can,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's
That's
the
right.
power of what I'm saying and it's the power of what I'm feeling. So I'm learning my power as I go along my spiritual journey,
Yeah.
understanding who I am as a being, understanding that, man, I am a light. I am really a light. You feel what I'm saying? I am
Yes.
powerful. I am a light. I bring people together. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I am of love. So
Mm-hmm.
that's my
Mm-hmm.
power. I'm of love. My
Okay.
spirit is pure. And it's just like, yo, I stopped putting limits on myself, right?
Oh,
I'm
I love
limitless. I'm
that.
limitless. Whatever I want to
Absolutely.
do, I will do it. And I
Yeah.
would do it in my own way, my own pace. And that's what it is. It's my own power. Like, I'm taking over my life. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not living for
Mm-hmm.
that person. I'm not living for that person. I'm not being codependent. I'm not being making sure everybody else is good when I'm sad. I can't
Yeah.
do that. If I'm
Yeah.
not happy, I can't make you happy,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right?
That's right.
So that's the power that I have within understanding my boundaries,
Mm-hmm.
understanding I can tell people no.
Yes.
That's the
The
power within too,
power of
because
no.
I felt like it was something I shouldn't tell people no. It didn't feel right telling people no. So I
Yeah.
just say yes. Even when I didn't want to say yes, I was saying yes because I was like, man, what would Jesus do? I need to help this person, help this person. And I'm like, bro, the guy within me, like, bro, you ain't gotta help everybody, Kendra.
That's
Help
right.
yourself. Help
Yes.
yourself. So
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
what it is, man.
I love that.
Understanding who I am as a person. So
Yeah.
that's the power within understanding who I am. I am. So
Yeah, I am. I am is the power right there. And that's the thing too about a lion. Well, the lion is definitely a personal thing to me because I'm a Leo. My sun sign is a Leo. But when we think about the lion, a lion is bold. It takes initiative. It's like when they come in the room, they demand a presence. So I'm already like that anyway. But when we tap into our own lion energy, we come in. But like I said, not only is it about believing in our power, but it's about not letting anybody shake us. Like being able to step into an area and say, like, I believe in me. Like your presence alone should be able to show people, even if you might be inside not feeling that way, but your outside presence should step in and be like, boom, I'm ready. I have the power to do whatever. And sometimes we get a little stuck, we get a little stagnant. But when you remember your inner lion, so last week we were talking about being a unicorn and being unique, and today and we talked about the horse and being able to tame and being able to flow. So now we got that lion energy that we know that is powerful, and it goes back into us. And so I hope people that, even if you feel like you having the lowest day, remember your line energy for this week. So even with the homework for the wisdom word, I want y'all to just think about what wisdom do I have to offer. I don't care where you are in your life. It could be something you're going through right now. It could have been something in the past. It could be something related to your job. But we all are intuitive. Let's be clear. We all have a different level of intuition. It's about who can. Some of us can tap into it a little bit deeper than others, and it depends on where you are in your life. But when you tap into your own wisdom, your homework reflection is, what wisdom do I have to offer, or what wisdom can I stand to gain? I'm always big about getting at elders' feet and building off of them, but there's also some mentors and coaches and loved ones in your life that has some type of wisdom that you can tap into for growth, not to be using it against you. Because sometimes we hear stuff and we're like, I don't want to hear that. No, I
yeah.
need you to find that wisdom. So tap into your line energy, which leads into that last word that we were talking about, which is breakthrough. And so when I think about breakthrough, I've experienced a lot of them in my life, and I like to see clients have different breakthroughs. And like you spoke about earlier, that's those aha moments. Like, wow, I've been through that. Hell, one of my favorite albums I used to listen to, Mary J. Blige has an album called The Breakthrough, and there was some songs on there that was definitely helpful. But the breakthrough can come at any time. It can come through something that you've been through that's good, and it could be something that you actually had the wisdom to be able to learn from. And so for me to share a breakthrough moment, I want to, share a breakthrough moment. So one of the things that I know that people think when you're on a different healing journey, as you continue to elevate, we're always on a healing path. And so this weekend I had some family stuff that came up for me, and it shook me a little bit to where I had to pause. I had to pause and reflect and figure out how I was going to react, how I was going to respond, if I needed to react or respond. And so I had to sit with that own energy. But the breakthrough moment that came from that required me to say, like, man, it feels good to be an adult within my space, to be able to say no, or to be able to not be afraid to speak my mind. Because back in the day, as I was going through going through different things, but operating from my pain self, I would shut down and kind of not even deal with it. But this time I was like, all right, how am I going to approach this? So the breakthrough moment came when I realized that, oh, I'm on a different healing space. I can respond to something without allowing it to mess up my whole mood, my whole shift, and being able to say, like, we have to be able to ask for help, or have to be able to reach out to somebody to be able to say, hey, I need to vent. Because sometimes we may not need that actual, advice, but we might need just a space to vent. So I had that breakthrough moment when I realized, like, I don't have to, not bite my tongue when I need to say what I need to say. I don't have to. I'm not a little kid anymore, or I'm not that wounded space that feels like that I have to be in the people pleasing state or try to fix everything. Because some things don't require us to fix. Sometimes we might just need to come in and just look around. All right, let me go on and say what I got to say, and then I'm gonna go on and back out. I don't even care what the response is or how you feel about it. I'm gonna just say what I need to say so I can step through. And one thing too, from an adult moment, is that being able to feel confident to say what you need to say to your parents, and not be afraid of the response anymore. Because the little kid in us, that inner child work,
Be
requires
scared.
us to go back and say, like, dang, I'm scared, I'm fearful, I don't want to say what I want to say, or these are my parents, I'm supposed to say this. Or even when it comes to certain elders or other people in your family, sometimes we get afraid. But no, when you realize the power of your voice and the power of the moment, like, nah, this is a growing experience for me. So realizing what your breakthrough moments have been, but also what are some that you're looking forward to. Because I know I'm already looking forward to additional breakthroughs that I can have. But to know, like, man, I've healed from some stuff and I can address this without feeling like, oh, well, how am I going to do this? Nah, that's what I got to say. And I'm okay with that.
For sure, for sure.
Mhm.
So when I think about my breakthrough moment, it's also about like the silence of my voice, right? So you already know, church hurt was a breakthrough moment for me.
Mhm.
Being able to speak what I feel, holding back for so long, being able to be to say it,
Yeah.
just being able to say it. You feel what I'm saying? And it was healing for me. It
Mm.
was so it was what I needed to do. I had to say it. Like I said, I'm good. You feel me? I'm good. Once I understood, like, cause I used to be afraid of what people was gonna say. I used to be afraid of embarrassing people
Mm.
am I bringing shame to my family and it's nothing shameful about me.
Right.
I'm not an embarrassment. I'm of love and light, so anybody can love me.
That's right.
Anybody could see that I'm of greatness. I'm not. I don't fit in the box. So my breakthrough for me not was fitting out, right? So
Yeah.
that's my breakthrough, fitting out, not fitting in, fitting out. Being my most
Mm.
authentic self, that's
Yeah.
my breakthrough. Not
Yeah.
going along with everybody else, that's my breakthrough. Going against the grain, that's my
Woo.
breakthrough. You know what I'm saying? Being
Yeah.
my most authentic self and understanding that I might have to go down this path alone, right?
Mhm.
But I'm
Mhm.
never alone because God is within me.
You better
So
know it.
I'm never alone because the footsteps is always there, right?
Okay.
His footsteps is always there. So that was my breakthrough. And I'm going through different breakthroughs. I'll say self-love was also a breakthrough for me because I felt like I was depressed. I felt like this, but actually my old self was dying. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Mhm.
I was experiencing my ego was dying.
Yeah.
Like the ego death, that's a different experience. It would throw you on your knees. It will have you in your bed for days. You know what I'm saying? When you're
Yes.
really going through your different breakthroughs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I could say. You have to experience it.
You gotta experience it. Yeah.
I can't really say it. All I could say is that was an ego death. That was a different kind of you could die and still be alive,
It's
right?
different levels. Yeah, man. Like,
Yeah, so it's different levels of death. My
okay.
ego, I don't operate out my ego anymore. That's
That's
my
good.
lower self. So
Yeah.
I would say that was a breakthrough as well. I'm going through
Mhm.
different other breakthroughs now, like greatness of breakthroughs, not nothing any negative, but
Yeah.
I'm just happy, man. I'm just
Yeah.
happy. That's all
Yeah.
I could say. I'm
No, I
happy
love
where I'm
that
at.
because like that breakthrough, and that's a key point to mention as far as grief. Grieving the loss of our ego, grieving the loss of our our old selves. I'm telling you, like that's a personal breakthrough for me too, to be able to say like, oh man, that was the old me. And grief, when you're grieving like an old version of you, man, that's an intense process. And like you said, sometimes
Yeah.
you can't even put words on it. Sometimes spirit nudges us, and then we gotta have words. It's a feeling. And it's like, I
Yes.
know that I'm coming through this process of how, that's why I said earlier, like even with me, I knew that I was having a breakthrough moment because I'm like, man, I took this information and I digested it and I responded differently than I probably would have maybe 10 years ago, And so I think that people don't realize the small steps, and that's what I'm big on. Celebrate the small steps, because when you grieve the old version of you, it's like, oh, the old me would have responded this way, or probably would have reacted out of my emotional self, which was might have been anger or whatever that pain
Yeah.
was, and then I would have
Yeah.
responded that way. But I love that I can look back at the different growths through my own versions of self, because it allowed me to see that I was in some deep pain and I was not aware of it. And sometimes we're not even aware that we're in our pain body because we've been through so much stuff and we haven't dealt with it. So the breakthrough moment is even just coming out of it and saying, all right, I need to be able to be okay with how I was before, and this is how I am now. Because there are some people who still attach us to that narrative of who we used to be, and we have to reintroduce ourselves. And sometimes that could be a monthly process. It could be a weekly. I might be a whole lot different than I was last week because something happened that allowed me to gain a new level of wisdom to be able to push through. So I love you too, Christy.
Most definitely love you. I most definitely love you.
For sure. But we should always be like, it's different levels of achievements that we have in our lives, and we have to maintain them in form of knowing like that was a breakthrough moment for me. And so I think
Mm-hmm.
that another thing I want to share as far as my own personal breakthrough, like you mentioned earlier about like the church hurt series, there was a time in my spiritual journey that I was trying to figure out who I was, which introduced me into learning about Reiki, introduced me to learning about chakras, and all those things helped me get in tune with different levels of my body that was blocked off.
Mm.
So me to be able to have a breakthrough moment of being introduced to different tools allowed me to see who I was becoming, and I didn't like who I was becoming. So that was a breakthrough moment for me too.
And you know what? I actually sometimes actually I look at how the social media is set up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I seen this young lady, baddie, I forgot her name, but she's a young lady everybody know about. I think Meet Me Outside, that young lady, right?
Oh, okay. I know who you talking about. I remember.
But she's about to speak somewhere, right? So
Okay.
everybody's like, "How's she doing this or whatever?" Like, bruh, she has evolved. Like when I look at things like this, I'm thinking about her evolving. Like
Yeah.
I'm thinking about her and being in her authentic self.
Because
So
that
when
was
I
many
see
years
people,
ago when she came
yeah,
when she
so
was doing that Meet Me Outside.
that's all people. Like when I tell you, social media, man,
Yeah,
it is so wicked.
it is. It
It
can
is
be.
so wicked.
Yeah.
Social media is so wicked. People will sit on social media all day and talk about people, gossip about people all day. Like, oh my God, I can't be in that. I'm not even in that same mindset no more. Like, I
Thank
be
you.
wanting to say stuff to people, and when I type, everybody else could be against this person. I'll say evolve, manifestations. I'm speaking life over that person. You
Yeah,
feel
that's what
me?
it's about.
Everybody
Yeah.
else might be negative. I'm of love and light. Let me show some love to this individual because we all evolve. We all are changing.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy that people only remember what you used to do, not
Yeah.
what you're doing now.
Yeah.
You know
Or
what I'm saying?
give you the opportunity to see what you're doing now. Even if like you got people that, knew you years ago or whenever that was or whatever, just like, hey, you should have to tell nobody, hey, I changed now. I ain't like that no more now. Your actions should be able to show that. But give somebody the opportunity to show you that they have grown. If you see that they in that same mess, then you move on from it. But to like in that example you gave was a good one because I do it like that. And that you said, I do remember that person. But that's the thing too. Like, why we always attaching ourselves to the old narratives of people, and why don't and if you can't, then that means you operating out of ego and you're not operating out of your spiritual self. Remember, like I always remind y'all, like I take this from my mentor, G checking. Like you got to G check other people and G check yourself. But if we're operating from our God self, then we're able to see from our self love lens and know that I love myself to be able to look at other people and know that they're about love too. If they're not, then we keep giving love. We keep putting the positivity out there. We keep showing people that this is what love looks like. This is what grace
Mm-hmm.
looks like. This is what
Mm-hmm.
understanding looks like. This is what
Mm-hmm.
wisdom looks like. This is what insight looks like. So some people don't have those things. And if we, as we are as healers, continue to pour into people, then they'll start believing it too. Because sometimes it only takes, just a little bit. That's why I'm big on if I don't touch but one person, literally one person, I know that I've done my job because it's in my birthright, it's in my chart, it's in my design. I am here to serve, I am here to heal, I'm here to help other people. But I'm also, as we all are, spiritual beings in this having this human experience, we're here to learn. Even stuff that has us down in the corner crying in a fetal position, when we come out of that shit, we supposed to be able to say, all right, what did I learn from this? Or how can I grow from this? So that way I can tap into my wisdom, to have my breakthrough, to be able to come out on top in my lion energy and tap into my power.
Are we really loving unconditionally? Are we really loving with conditions, right?
That's a good
Or
one.
is it love without barriers, or is it love with barriers? Is it a
Mm-hmm.
but with love, or is it just love? Because when you're really loving, you don't even think about somebody giving you back love. See, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't really loving like that because I always needed something back in return. I always needed to feel. I was working in my ego space, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wanting to get fulfilled. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
now it's like I love you. I love you. I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you
Mm-hmm.
for that lesson that you taught me. Continue to be great.
Yep.
Continue to do what you do. I
Mm-hmm.
wish nothing but the best for you. That's growth in me.
Yeah.
That's growth in me. When I heard myself do that one time, I'm like, yo, I done graduated.
Okay.
I done graduated. So,
Transformation at
yeah,
best, and you
man.
can transform into
Man.
that beautiful growth, and to be able to say like, oh, I don't wish no ill will on nobody. I love everybody. I love everybody. And
But I used to.
yeah, yeah.
I used to. If you get me, I want to get you.
Mm.
If you hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you.
You're gonna find some way to hurt them back.
If
Yep.
you
Yep.
hit me, I'm gonna hit you. It was always tip for tap. Now it's like I ain't even gotta get you back.
I
I'm
used to be in
good.
that tip when you said that tip attack, because I even think about, I used to be in that tip attack energy real
Yeah,
easy.
because I'm like, girl, you did it to me. I'm gonna do it to you. And you
Hmm.
already know I'm a comedian. You already know I'll tag you in the post. You
Look at
feel
that
me?
growth.
Like,
Look at that growth.
yeah,
Yeah.
cause and then girl, I had to really get over people liking my posts, right?
Hmm.
I was in that place, like, because I was on a different frequency, right? And I
Yeah.
used to hate when people like my posts because I'm of love. So I'm like, yo, I'm of love. So I'm telling people, listen, I'm of love. We have these hearts, we have these caring. Like, we should
Hmm.
use these. This is people don't understand what you put out. Like, even though it's on Facebook.
Yeah.
You
What you
feel
put
me?
out.
So
Yeah.
listen, I'm of love, I'm of love, I'm of love. And they kept testing me. I was erasing people, girl. I was blocking people. I was
Wow.
doing that. One time I had to really sit back because this guy liked some of mine, right?
Hmm.
And I erased him off my Facebook. And like
Hmm.
maybe 2 weeks later, he passed away.
Oh wow.
He passed away. Was it
Hmm.
because I was still operating out of ego, right?
That's
Because
growth.
people
Yeah.
aren't doing what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't like likes, but it's okay for people to like if that's what they want to do.
That's where
You
they
know what I'm
are, right?
saying? If
Yeah.
they're on a lower frequency, that's them. I'm on a different frequency. So,
There you go. And all
girl,
you
I
can
just
do is
had to.
encourage. Look at
It
that.
took me. It took me
But
a.
you know
It
what?
took.
It's the simple things like that. People don't realize, like, and using social media as an example, there are some people who are hooked on things like that, and take it to heart. And it's like you said, sometimes we gotta realize, like, okay, is this ego? Is this flesh? Is this,
Mm-hmm,
a pain point? Whatever this is, why is this bothering me? And then you got some people who will try you, or do things just out of spite, just because they want, just because they
mm-hmm.
can. And we gotta have the power to know that what we believe in and where we are is up to us, to be able to stay in that frequency. And I'm big about meeting people where they are. And sometimes meeting them where they are is leaving them at the door. It's just leaving them
Yes,
there. I
girl.
don't have to invite you in. I don't have to even open the door. I could just still love you from the other side. But I'm going to always I love everybody, because I know that everybody has the potential to grow. But if we're not on the same frequency, I don't fault you for that. I pray out of grace, and I pray out of my God, and I'm going to keep moving. And I just wish you well. Like when I say, my prayers, when I meditate, I'm always sending love and healing to people who are ready to receive it. Because some people are not ready to receive that healing. And so sometimes I have to ask permission, or I'll send it out. And I say, if it's meant for them to receive it, it was meant for them to receive it. Because some
Yep.
people take energy and not understand how deep it could be. That's why I'm big on people knowing, not only just paying attention to your energy that you're around, but the energy that you hold. If you're not in a space to receive good healing energy, if you're negative and blocking it all, then that's on you. But I'm gonna still operate out of my love self to help people, because at some point that healing energy, you might be ready to receive it. So,
Facts. Does anybody have any questions? Like, anybody have anything on their mind, anything that you want to bring, like, want to talk about, like,
For sure.
that's what this platform is for. If you have any questions, if you have any feedback, just you already know this is an open platform for y'all to do that
Yeah.
as
The
well.
chat
And
box is open. You can hop on.
facts,
Remember the words. We're talking about wisdom. We're talking about breakthrough. We're talking about tapping into your lion energy, believing in the power of yourself, listening to your own inner voice. Some of us don't even know um, what that feels like, or when to be able to listen. And your inner voice is just, it's just your God voice, just your universe. Whatever you connect to, I'm big on, whatever word fits for you, insert it in that space. But for me, my inner voice is definitely spirit reminding me. It's my spiritual team, it's my angel guides, it's my ancestors. Like they all around
mm-hmm,
us. And so
yeah.
it's big on like, when can you tap into that? So anybody got anything they want to add on to it, or share an example of anything, please let us know.
And Sheeka, let
Yeah.
them know about your coaching program
For sure, for
again as
sure.
well.
Thank you. So yeah, so my coaching program, I got two programs. So my coaching school is called Have Faith in Your Growth. That is the basis of it. But the two programs, I got one called Loving All Parts of Me, and it's for individuals who are looking for self development. So it's a holistic program. So we're talking about mind, body, soul, energy, connecting with your mental, emotional, and spiritual wellness. We're gonna talk about different topics. We're going to talk about anxiety, depression, trauma, but we also going to talk about education and tools to maintain those things. We're not going to get too deep, because if you feel like you need to go deep as far as therapy, of course I recommend that. But from a coaching, mental wellness perspective, is learning what these things really are and how we can develop tools to maintain our wellness. So if you're looking for that, I'm also going to be using human design for people. That's going to be like a separate part inside the coaching program. So if anybody's interested in, utilizing human design tools for your individual growth, that's going to be an option. And the other program is for my people who are in relationships, for tools that's going to help you with communication. You might be struggling in some areas and you need a community space. That's what I'm here to offer. So I tell people I'm an accountability coach with a therapist background that's going to give you all the wisdom and experiences that I have, and training and experience to help you grow in your relationship, and also to help you grow in your individual growth.
And what's the website? Because I'm typing it in. I
So
want to put the website in.
I don't know why. I'm gonna have to figure out why I can't push a comment in here. But I'm gonna. Do you still got the email I sent you last time?
Yep,
If
I'll
you
go
don't, I can
right
resend
here.
it. Okay. So yeah,
Yeah,
so she'll post a
resend
link.
it so it can
I
pop up
resend it.
real quick.
All right, let
Yeah.
me send it right now. Hold
So
on.
I could just do it like that.
Gotcha. Do that right now. Let's see.
And make sure y'all sign up for this program, because this is where
There we
it's
go.
at. I'm excited, man. I'm
Yes,
excited to
I'm excited,
learn.
and it's an ongoing enrollment, y'all. So like, and the 25th is when it launches. But what that consists of is we meet once a month as a group coaching experience. So I'll tap in and see how things are going. But every week I'll be posting a different topic. I'll pop in and post some homework for you guys to do in this program for both of them. Really, I'm gonna pop in weekly with, like, for example, I might say, okay, this week we're talking about fear. We can go into fear in different areas, but we're going to talk about a topic, have some homework to be able to process, and then we come together as a group once a month, talk about anything that you need to talk about from a group coaching experience, because you're going to have me. And then one thing I'm excited about is that if you are a member in the program, I'm going to be doing different giveaways. So it might be, I might do a drawing. I might say, okay, do this particular task. I'm going to do a drawing. You get an opportunity to get an individual coaching session with me. Or if you're in a relationship program, you get an opportunity to get an individual relationship coaching session with me. So you get benefits from being in the program. That's $33 a month. It's an ongoing program. I haven't put an end date on it. As of right now, we're going to see how it goes. Because again, there are people who are at different places in their life to decide when they want to jump on. So it's going to be ongoing, but you can't beat that. $33 a month, getting experience from somebody and getting some tools and getting a community. I'm big on too. Like, sometimes we need a community to be able to connect with. And so that's the
Mm-hmm.
biggest piece of this program, is to be with people in community who understand the struggles that you may be going through, or who might be ready to do the work. I'll say that too. If you ain't ready to do the work, then don't join. Don't waste $33. Go waste it on some food that you probably don't need anyway. Like, just understand this is about work. I'm going to hold you accountable to make sure you're doing your stuff. If you're coming in for the relationship program, understand that these tools are going to help you as far as growing, but also you might be trying to heal from something, and these tools might be able to help you. As a therapist, when I work with couples, I specialize in people who've been through different traumas, infidelity, because I'm not big on that whole myth, once a cheater, always a cheater, or once somebody hurt you, that kind of thing. So you got people who
Thank
are
you.
sitting in relationships. Yes, I
Thank you.
don't I don't believe that is a myth. So it's but not anywhere you believe that is a myth. So there are people who need to heal. There are people who have experienced some type of trauma in just inside the relationship. This program can help you with different tools. So and I'm going to also leave it open for both programs too. If you got some things that you just want to have a space to be able to talk about, but got questions on, you say, hey, can you talk about communication in couples this month or this week? Absolutely. If you say, can you go a little deeper about what it's like to be, healing from trauma or being in a relationship with somebody who has trauma and they're still healing from it? How do I support them? How do I help somebody who's going through a panic attack in a relationship? All of these things, there's so many things, but I want you to be able to utilize what you need and tap into me so I can help you grow.
Man, that's powerful in itself right there, Sheeka, for real, for real.
Yeah.
But I got a message for the people out here, right?
Mm,
So, sometimes in life we always self-sabotage ourselves, Sheeka.
yeah.
And we have so many dreams, right? We have so many dreams. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like we dream so big, but it's like people don't really believe in themselves, right? Like people really don't believe in that they could do it.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I just want to say you can do it. You can do it. That's what I feel in my spirit to say.
You can do
Somebody
it.
that's listening right now, you can do it. You
Mm-hmm.
can do it. Believe me, you can do it. And that's where my wisdom comes in because I used to be like that. I used to self-sabotage everything. Like, man, I ain't good enough for that. Man, I can't do that. Man, no, I ain't gonna do that, man. I'm gonna wait to do that. I used to procrastinate. I used to
Oh,
wait
waiting.
around. I was
Mm-hmm.
lazy with it. I didn't put my full attention with it. I have
Mm-hmm.
stepped. I only moved because other people said I should move.
Yes.
You understand
Yes.
what I'm saying? So I'm only
Yes.
moving because sometimes I was only losing weight because people was saying I needed to lose weight. I
Woo.
wasn't really losing weight for myself. I was losing weight because everybody was saying I need to lose weight.
Yeah.
You overweight. You this. You that. So instead of really saying, man, I ain't really ready to lose weight. I understand what I need to do for myself. Instead of checking people, I was just people pleasing. And that's a
Mm-hmm.
sign of fear. That's fear. I was so scared of being abandoned by people that I was just doing what people wanted me to do. You know what I'm saying? But when
Mm.
you really take your own spot in your own life, understanding that outside noises doesn't matter and only
Yes.
what you feel and what you want to do for yourself. When you love yourself, you'll do better for yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
not until you really tap into who you are. You know what
Yep.
I mean?
That's
So that's
right.
my advice for the people. Like, yo, this is
I
the
love it.
wisdom I can give you. Like, listen, you could be what you want to be, you can see what you want to see, and you can go where you want to go. You can do
Mm-hmm.
those things. You just gotta believe. You might not be able to see it right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's at. When, what you can't see, that's where the big thing is at. Where you can't see, it's
Yeah.
not what you're doing right now. It's what you can't see. That's why you gotta have faith.
For real. I received look, that was for me too. I received that.
Yeah.
I promise you,
Yeah.
like the word faith, that's why that word is in my business, it's in my coaching. I am so big on faith. And it's not even like you just got to believe. So I think I appreciate you sharing that. Mix. Sometimes we do. I know self-sabotage comes up. Hell, I even admit, like even with this coaching program, like I've been sitting on it and sitting on it and sitting on it. And it was like, okay, stop waiting, stop pushing, and whoever's going to get, because I've seen people post videos or post things and it might be a year or two later before somebody pay attention to something, or even 2 weeks or whatever. When it's
Excuse me.
meant for somebody to connect with you, it's going to be meant. But sometimes we do self-sabotage because we don't believe the power that we have. We don't believe the power, we don't, and sometimes we have power, we don't know what to do with it. So it's like, hey, lean into stuff like this podcast. But like Kendra beautifully named it, why not us? So why not feel like that you have the power to step into your greatness? Why not feel like you don't deserve to be at the table with certain people at these jobs that you're at? You might feel like you're meant to be at the bottom, you're not. Now we always got to start somewhere, but don't feel like you got
Yeah.
stuck there. So believe in yourself, knowing that you can do it, and continue to have faith in whatever you're doing. Even when somebody else doesn't have it in you, you got to have it in yourself.
And stop hiding behind other people. Stop hiding
Mm-hmm.
behind other people, because I used
Yeah.
to hide behind other people. I used to give people things or whatever like that. But I was afraid to go to the spotlight because I was like, man, I don't want people to think I'm better than them. So
Hmm.
I quiet
That's a good
myself.
one.
I will pull back. Y'all, I want y'all to win.
Yeah.
It's okay. I clap for y'all. Y'all win.
Woo.
Now
Got
I'm
that
up
trophy
here
too.
clapping for myself. Like, I could clap for me too.
Yeah, because it
You
feels
understand?
good. Like, why can't we clap for others and clap for ourselves? Like you said, and
Yeah.
sometimes we have to we deal with some self-worth or self-esteem issues that we need to be able to do things for other people to feel good, because we, and we don't know how to take that same energy back. It's like, if you're, depending on where you
Mm.
are, it's just like, oh, thank you for the compliment, but whatever, or thank you for the support, but whatever. Sometimes we don't know how to receive because we've been in a space where nobody really supported us or nobody believed in
Yeah.
us. And so it's like, oh, well, let me just put all our energy into someone else. That's that people pleasing, or we become so
Yeah.
codependent on wanting, seeing somebody else get better. And it's just like, why you can't think of yourself first? Like, why you always got to put
Yeah.
somebody? And I still catch myself now, be like, there I am thinking about somebody else first, instead of saying, okay, how do I feel about this, or how is this benefiting me, before I put myself out there for somebody else.
And I want to tell people as well, don't get mad when people don't share your dreams. Don't get mad when people don't add to your dreams. Don't get mad when people don't share your stuff. Continue to post your dreams. Continue to believe in your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Continue to post. Continue to post.
Yes.
Continue to post. Continue to post.
Yes.
Continue to post. Continue to post.
Don't worry about the
Continue to
likes. Don't worry
post.
about the comments. Somebody will
Mhm.
see it. Somebody will see it when it's time. Like, I was watching one of my favorite psychologists that posts. She posted the other day, and she was like, she ain't done her podcast in a year and a half, and somebody listened to the podcast and changed their life through listening and gave her props. And she was like, I ain't recorded this in a year and a half, but they still benefited from it. So sometimes we create things, or we do things that people may not see, or they might be scrolling by not paying attention, or they might be scrolling by and they're not ready. So that's why I'm big on invest in you. You are the investment. Like, do you realize that you are the power? You are the investment. You are the lion. So why not tap into that energy? And if you need support, that's what this podcast is for. If you need additional support, that's what my coaching program is for. Even if you don't benefit from us, link into somebody that's going to pour into you, but you are the investment, y'all. Like, listen, how much money and time do we spend on things that are not better, that are not bettering us so many times? So invest in yourself, believe in yourself, and know that you are great. You are the lion.
Yeah, I gotta just let y'all know, because listen, I post my podcast all the time, right? So if I was caught up in people not sharing it, people not liking it and stuff, I wouldn't still have this podcast,
Okay.
right? If I was just focused on numbers and focused on people, why people not sharing my stuff, why people not doing that, even when people don't share my stuff, I'm still good with it. I will continue. I share other people's stuff because that's me. I want people to know, like, y'all doing an amazing job. I'm gonna share your stuff. That don't
Yeah,
mean that you got to share my stuff. I do this naturally. You
that's
understand
right.
what I'm saying?
That's
Long
right.
as I reach one person,
That's it.
long as I've reached one person, I've done what I'm supposed to do. So
Absolutely.
that's why I say don't get so caught up in numbers and different things like that. Like, somebody hit me up yesterday and was like, Kendra, you are inspiration to me. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Is that one message meant a million things to me? You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
That's
love
what I'm
it.
saying. It's all about perception. Y'all get caught up in this and that. And it's like, yo, I'm abundantly happy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
I'm a millionaire because I'm happy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? For real. So
Yes.
that's my energy, y'all. For
I
real.
love
You got
it.
any?
I love your
You
look. I
already
love your
know.
nuggets of wisdom. I receive it for myself, and I
You
hope
already know.
everybody else felt that same energy. And just as a reminder, as we wrap up, do your reflection. I'm always giving y'all homework again. Reflect on. Just take the reflection of the words wisdom, breakthrough, and your line energy. Tapping into your power, listening to your inner voice. And if you be like, well, I don't know, I don't have any wisdom, or I don't really know what my inner voice is, then that's your homework to figure out how you can get to it. Or as a shameless plug, you can come sign up with me in my program and I'll help you get there, because that's what I'm here to do. Okay. Yes, keep
Facts,
the
facts,
faith and keep on shining. That's a beautiful way to
facts.
end this session today.
That's the energy right there. That's the energy. And next Friday is a possibility that we won't be on. So I just want y'all to know that it's a possibility
Yeah,
that we won't be on. So just want y'all to know that.
a
I
heads
love
up
all of y'all. I
for
love all
sure.
of y'all. Y'all are beautiful souls. Continue to keep going forward, moving forward. Like my mom always say, keep moving forward, keep moving forward. So y'all
Absolutely.
already know I gotta leave y'all with the outro. Make sure y'all hit
Yeah.
Sheeka up. Make
Thank
sure
y'all
y'all sign up for those classes. So
for sure.
y'all know it's love and light.
You can be what you wanna be. See what you wanna see. Go where you wanna go. Oh. Why not? Why not us? Why not us? Why not? Why not us with Ken J? Why Not Us podcast with Ken J.